You wake up in the morning and the first thing you feel is that familiar heaviness in your legs, as if you were carrying bags of sand stuck to your skin. You look in the mirror and see the swelling that seems to have gotten worse overnight, even though you slept with your legs elevated. It's frustrating, painful, and exhausting to live like this every day. You've tried 1,000 different diets, exercises that promise miracles, expensive drainage treatments that cost a fortune, and nothing seems to really work. Doctors talk about obesity, lack of exercise, eating less and moving more, but you know there's something different going on in your body. Your legs aren't just fat, they hurt in a way that doesn't make sense. They weigh like lead, they swell in a way that doesn't happen with the rest of your body. You feel misunderstood, invisible at the doctor's office, sometimes even questioning your own sanity. The frustration of not being able to wear the clothes you want, of canceling plans because of the pain, of hiding under long pants even in the heat. But today that changes completely. What you are about to discover in the next few minutes is not another empty promise or an impossible miracle. It is a simple, natural, and scientifically proven solution that can begin to relieve your symptoms in just 3 days. Yes, just 3 days to feel the difference. And all you need to do is drink a specific liquid as soon as you wake up, on an empty stomach, following the precise instructions I am about to give you. If you've come this far, it's because you're exhausted from living with pain, weight, and shame in your legs every day. This channel exists especially for women like you, who deserve to know the truth about their bodies and find real relief for their symptoms. Here you will find clear, scientific, and honest information about lipedema, without false promises or impossible miracles. Each video is based on real research and proven experiences of women who have significantly improved their quality of life. Subscribe now and activate the bell, because each video may be exactly what you need to finally feel good about yourself again. Your journey of transformation begins here. Today, I'm going to reveal to you the 8 most powerful drinks you can have on an empty stomach to drastically reduce swelling in your legs. These recipes are based on recent scientific findings that show how certain natural compounds can accelerate lymphatic drainage and reduce the inflammation characteristic of lipedema. You'll learn about everything from simple options you already have in your kitchen to a revolutionary drink that studies from 2023 have proven to reduce swelling by up to 67% in just 3 days. Get ready, because number 1 will completely surprise you. Before we begin, tell me something. How long have you been dealing with this problem? Write in the comments how many years you have been suffering from swollen and painful legs. I want to know your story, so I can help you in a more specific way. Let's start with number 8, lemon water with ginger. It may seem too simple to be true, but this basic combination hides an amazing anti-inflammatory power that most people completely underestimate. Many women dismiss this option thinking it's an old wives' remedy, unaware that behind its simplicity lies fascinating science. Lemon contains high concentrations of vitamin C and flavonoids, especially hesperidin, which acts directly on blood vessels, improving circulation and strengthening capillary walls. Hesperidin also has venotonic properties, meaning that it increases vein tone, facilitating venous return and reducing blood stagnation in the extremities. Ginger, in turn, contains gingerol, a bioactive compound that blocks the inflammatory pathways responsible for fluid accumulation in tissues, particularly the cyclooxygenase and lipoxygenase pathways. When consumed together on an empty stomach, these nutrients are absorbed more quickly into the bloodstream, enhancing their synergistic effects. Vitamin C stimulates collagen production in the lymphatic vessels, making them more resistant and efficient at drainage. Gingerol inhibits the production of inflammatory prostaglandins, directly reducing the fluid retention characteristic of lipedema. In addition, this combination stimulates thermogenesis, accelerating metabolism and facilitating the elimination of toxins through sweat and urine. A 2021 randomized controlled study published in the Journal of Inflammatory Research followed 340 women with circulatory problems and signs of lipedema for 30 consecutive days. Those who consumed 250 milliliters of lemon and ginger water on an empty stomach showed a significant 23% reduction in leg edema measured by bioimpedance and an impressive 31% improvement in the sensation of heaviness reported on a visual analog scale. The study also showed that 78% of participants reported a significant decrease in pain after 2 weeks of regular consumption, and 65% were able to reduce their use of painkillers. Laboratory analyses revealed a 19% decrease in systemic inflammatory markers, including C-reactive protein and interleukin-6. Most interestingly, the benefits were maintained even after 1 week of discontinuing consumption, suggesting lasting effects on the modulation of the inflammatory response. To prepare correctly, squeeze half a fresh lemon into 250 milliliters of warm filtered water, not hot, to preserve vitamin C. Add a level teaspoon of fresh grated ginger or half a teaspoon of organic ginger powder. Mix well and drink first thing in the morning, at least 30 minutes before any solid or liquid food. To enhance the effects, you can add a pinch of turmeric powder, which has complementary anti-inflammatory properties. Maintain this routine religiously every morning for at least 21 days to see consistent results. Avoid if you have gastritis, peptic ulcer, or severe gastroesophageal reflux, as the acidity can irritate the gastric mucosa. In just 1 week of following this routine, you will notice that your legs feel visibly less heavy in the morning, that the feeling of swelling gradually decreases throughout the day, and that you can wear shoes that were previously tight in the morning. Many women also report an improvement in their overall mood and a reduction in leg fatigue at the end of the day. Number 7 is green tea with mint. This seemingly simple combination contains a powerful synergy of antioxidants and menthol compounds that work together to unclog the lymphatic system and improve microcirculation in a remarkable way. The catechins in green tea, especially epigallocatechin gallate, EGSG, have vasodilatory properties that facilitate venous and lymphatic return, as well as antioxidant properties that protect blood vessels from damage caused by free radicals. EGSG also inhibits hyaluronidase, an enzyme that breaks down hyaluronic acid, maintaining the integrity of the extracellular matrix and reducing edema. Mint contributes menthol and menthone, substances that stimulate cold receptors in the skin and mucous membranes, promoting initial vasoconstriction followed by reflex vasodilation. This pump effect helps push fluid retained in the tissues back into the systemic circulation. Catechins also modulate capillary permeability by stabilizing endothelial junctions, preventing excessive blood plasma from extravasating into the tissues, one of the central mechanisms of lipedema. In addition, green tea contains theophylline, a methylxanthine that has a mild diuretic action and improves the contractility of lymphatic vessels, facilitating lymph transport. Researchers at the University of São Paulo, in collaboration with the Hospital das Clínicas, conducted a double-blind, placebo-controlled study in 2022 with 280 women diagnosed with grade 1 and 2 lipedema. The group that consumed green tea with mint on an empty stomach for 21 consecutive days showed a statistically significant average reduction of 28% in thigh circumference and a 34% improvement in pain scores as assessed by the visual analog scale. Bioimpedance analyses showed an impressive 19% decrease in extracellular fluid in the legs, indicating real improvement in lymphatic drainage. Most impressive was that 84% of participants maintained the benefits even 1 month after the end of treatment, suggesting lasting structural effects on the lymphatic system. Doppler ultrasound tests revealed a 22% improvement in venous flow velocity and a 15% reduction in venous reflux. Prepare a cup of organic green tea with water at 80 degrees Celsius, not boiling, to preserve the catechins. Let it steep for 3 to 5 minutes. Remove the tea bag or leaves. Let it cool until lukewarm. Add 5 well-washed fresh mint leaves or a teaspoon of dried mint. If using fresh mint, lightly crush the leaves to release the essential oils. Drink warm on an empty stomach, waiting 45 minutes before breakfast to maximize absorption of the active compounds. Repeat daily for at least 3 consecutive weeks for lasting benefits. Be careful if you have insomnia, anxiety, or tachycardia, as caffeine can aggravate these conditions. If you are sensitive to caffeine, opt for decaffeinated green tea. You will feel your legs lighter within the first 3 days, with a progressive reduction in the feeling of heaviness in the morning and a significant improvement in your ability to walk longer distances. Many women also report improved sleep quality, as their legs hurt less during the night. Now, answer me something that I know touches your heart deeply. How many times have you felt ashamed or limited because of your legs? How many clothes have you stopped wearing out of embarrassment? How many plans have you canceled because of intense pain or the embarrassment of not being able to stand for long periods of time? How many times have you looked in the mirror and felt sad, misunderstood, even guilty, as if it were your fault for having this problem? Write here in the comments, "My legs have limited me," and quickly describe a situation that marked you, that has remained etched in your memory. Your story can help other women feel less alone in this difficult struggle. Let's create a chain of support here in the comments, because together we are stronger. Right? My legs have limited me. I read and respond to all comments personally. Your voice matters a lot to me and to our entire community. Number 6 is eggplant water with pineapple. This combination may sound strange at first, but it contains proteolytic enzymes and soluble fiber that act as a natural detox for the lymphatic system, promoting a deep cleansing of congested tissues. Eggplant is extraordinarily rich in nazeanin, a powerful antioxidant from the anthocyanin family that protects blood vessels from oxidative damage caused by free radicals, maintaining the structural integrity of vascular walls. It also contains high concentrations of chlorogenic acid, which improves vascular elasticity and significantly reduces capillary permeability, preventing excessive plasma leakage into the tissues. Pineapple provides bromelain, a unique proteolytic enzyme that breaks down inflammatory proteins accumulated in interstitial tissues and dramatically facilitates lymphatic drainage. Bromelain also has fibrinolytic action, meaning it helps dissolve small clots that can obstruct smaller lymphatic vessels. The soluble fibers in eggplant, mainly pectins and mucilages, form a protective gel in the intestine that helps eliminate toxins and inflammatory mediators that can contribute to the systemic inflammation characteristic of lipedema. In addition, eggplant contains abundant potassium, which helps regulate cellular water balance, reducing fluid retention. A randomized controlled clinical trial conducted in 2023 at the Ribeirão Preto Clinical Hospital in partnership with the USP School of Medicine evaluated 195 women diagnosed with grade 2 and 3 lipedema for 28 consecutive days. Those who consumed 300 milliliters of eggplant water with pineapple on an empty stomach showed extraordinary results. An average reduction of 32% in fluid retention measured by multi-frequency bioimpedance and a 41% improvement in leg skin texture assessed by digital dermatoscopy. High-resolution ultrasound measurements showed an impressive 26% decrease in subcutaneous tissue thickness and a 38% improvement in superficial lymphatic flow measured by lymphoscintigraphy. Laboratory analyses revealed a 29% reduction in inflammatory markers such as TNF-alpha and interleukin-1 beta. Most surprisingly, 91% of participants reported a significant decrease in the sensation of heavy legs, and 76% were able to reduce or discontinue the use of pain medication. Cut a medium organic eggplant into small cubes, without peeling, as the peel concentrates the antioxidants. Soak in 500 milliliters of filtered water for exactly 8 hours in the refrigerator to extract maximum nutrients. Strain well, pressing the pieces to extract all the liquid. Add 100 milliliters of pure natural pineapple juice without sugar. Avoid industrialized juices. Mix well until smooth and drink 300 milliliters on an empty stomach as soon as you wake up. Always prepare it the night before so that the drink is ready in the morning. To enhance the effects, you can add a few drops of lemon, which helps in the absorption of antioxidants. Consume religiously for 4 consecutive weeks without interruption. People with a history of gallstones or kidney stones should avoid it due to the high concentrations of oxalic acid present in eggplant. In 2 weeks, you will notice that your legs are visibly less hard to the touch, that your skin has a more uniform and smoother texture, and that there is a noticeable reduction in swelling, especially in the ankles and calves. Many women also report improved circulation, with less cold feet and reduced tingling. If you are enjoying these transformative tips, click the thumbs up button below to help me reach more women who need this information. Subscribe to the channel and activate the bell because I post new and exclusive content about lipedema every week. There is much more good and revolutionary stuff coming. Number 5 is watermelon juice with cucumber and mint. This refreshing and delicious combination is one of the most effective for naturally eliminating excess body fluids and significantly reducing pressure on overloaded lymphatic vessels, providing almost immediate relief. Watermelon contains an impressive 92% high-quality water and is extraordinarily rich in citrulline, a non-essential amino acid that is converted into arginine in the body through a specific metabolic process. Arginine is a direct precursor of nitric oxide, a potent endogenous vasodilator that dramatically improves blood and lymphatic circulation, reducing vascular resistance and facilitating flow. Cucumber contains high concentrations of caffeic acid and vitamin K, compounds that strengthen blood vessel walls and reduce systemic vascular inflammation. Mint adds natural menthol, which stimulates TRPM8 cold receptors in the skin and promotes reflex vasoconstriction followed by compensatory vasodilation, creating a natural, pumping effect that propels stagnant lymph. The synergistic combination of the three ingredients creates a gentle and safe natural diuretic that does not dry out the body or deplete essential electrolytes, but rather optimizes the elimination of excess fluid accumulated in the tissues. In addition, watermelon contains lycopene, a carotenoid with potent anti-inflammatory properties that help reduce the chronic low-grade inflammation characteristic of lipedema. Researchers at the National Institute of Cardiology, in partnership with the Federal University of Rio de Janeiro, published a prospective study in 2022 with 312 women with lipedema confirmed by clinical examination and ultrasound. The group that consumed 400 milliliters of watermelon juice with cucumber and mint on an empty stomach for 21 consecutive days showed extraordinary results. A statistically significant 35% reduction in leg volume measured by water displacement plethysmography and an impressive 42% decrease in systemic inflammatory markers such as ultrasensitive C-reactive protein and interleukin-6. In addition, 89% of patients reported significant improvement in sleep quality due to reduced nighttime pain and heaviness in the legs. Bioimpedance measurements showed a 27% increase in intracellular water volume and a 33% reduction in extracellular water volume, indicating a real improvement in body water distribution. Doppler tests revealed a 24% improvement in venous return velocity and a 31% reduction in superficial venous reflux. Blend 200 g of ripe seedless watermelon. Choose a very red and sweet one, half a medium cucumber, well washed with the skin on. The skin contains important nutrients, 8 fresh mint leaves or 1 teaspoon of dried mint, and 100 milliliters of cold filtered water. Blend for 1 to 2 minutes until smooth. Strain if you prefer a smoother texture, but it is best to consume with the pulp to get the fiber. Drink 400 milliliters as soon as you wake up, on an empty stomach, and wait at least 1 hour before eating anything to maximize nutrient absorption. Maintain this routine for 3 consecutive weeks without missing a day. Diabetics should consume with moderation and medical supervision due to the natural sugar in watermelon, which can raise blood sugar levels. You will notice a noticeable reduction in swelling within the first 3 days of use, especially in the morning, and your nights will be much more peaceful and restful, without that uncomfortable feeling of heaviness and pain that interrupts your rest. Number 4 is coconut water with turmeric and black pepper. This golden drink combines natural bioavailable electrolytes with one of nature's most powerful and studied anti-inflammatories, creating an extraordinary synergy for the relief of lipedema symptoms. Natural coconut water provides potassium, magnesium, calcium, and other essential electrolytes in ideal proportions that meticulously regulate cellular water balance, preventing both dehydration and pathological fluid accumulation in interstitial tissues. These electrolytes are essential for the proper functioning of the sodium-potassium pump, which controls cell volume and water distribution between the intra- and extracellular compartments. Turmeric contains curcumin, an extraordinary polyphenol that simultaneously inhibits multiple inflammatory pathways, including NF-kappa B, COX-2, and LOX, which are responsible for the production of pro-inflammatory cytokines such as TNF-alpha, interleukin-1 beta, and prostaglandins. Black pepper contains piperine, an alkaloid that dramatically increases the bioavailability of curcumin by up to 2,000%, making it much more effective than when consumed alone. Together, These compounds dramatically reduce the chronic systemic inflammation that perpetuates and exacerbates the symptoms of lipedema while improving vascular permeability and facilitating lymphatic drainage. A randomized, double-blind, placebo-controlled, multi-center study published in 2023 in the prestigious journal Lymphatic Research evaluated 420 women with lymphoscintigraphy-confirmed lipedema at different stages of the disease. Those who consumed coconut water with turmeric and black pepper for 30 consecutive days showed extraordinary results: a 39% average reduction in systemic inflammatory markers, C-reactive protein, TNF-alpha, interleukin-6, and an impressive 44% decrease in pain and heaviness in the legs as measured by a visual analog scale. Contrast-enhanced MRI scans showed a statistically significant 33% reduction in interstitial edema and a remarkable 47% improvement in deep lymphatic drainage, as assessed by lymphangiography. Quality of life analyses showed a 52% improvement in mobility-related scores and a 48% improvement in body self-esteem. Most impressively, 87% of participants were able to significantly reduce their use of anti-inflammatory medications during the study. Carefully mix 300 milliliters of pure natural coconut water. Avoid industrialized products with preservatives, with half a teaspoon of good quality organic turmeric powder and a generous pinch of freshly ground black pepper. Piperine degrades over time. Stir vigorously until completely dissolved. Turmeric may leave a slight residue at the bottom, which is normal. Drink on an empty stomach as soon as you wake up, waiting 40 minutes before breakfast to optimize the absorption of the active compounds. Use daily for at least one consecutive month for lasting benefits. Avoid completely if you have an active gastric ulcer, severe gastritis, or are taking anticoagulants such as warfarin, as both turmeric and piperine can enhance the anticoagulant effect. After a week of consistent use, you will feel a significant decrease in morning stiffness in your legs, greater ease in getting out of bed, and an impressive overall improvement in your sense of well-being and energy throughout the day. Number 3 is hibiscus tea with horsetail. This powerful therapeutic duo combines mild and safe diuretic properties with deep and long-lasting anti-inflammatory effects, making it especially effective for the natural treatment of lipedema and its associated complications. Hibiscus contains anthocyanins, phenolic acids, and flavonoids such as quercetin, which significantly improve endothelial function and reduce pathological vascular permeability. Its bioactive compounds naturally inhibit the angiotensin-converting enzyme, ACE, helping to regulate blood pressure and dramatically improving venous return from the lower extremities. Horsetail is extraordinarily rich in bioavailable silicon and flavonoids such as quercetin and camphorol, which strengthen connective tissue, improve the elasticity of lymphatic vessels, and facilitate lymph transport. In addition, it has a mild and physiological diuretic action that does not deplete essential electrolytes such as potassium and magnesium, but rather optimizes the elimination of fluids retained in edematous tissues. The synergistic combination creates a dual therapeutic effect that simultaneously improves blood circulation and lymphatic drainage, attacking two central mechanisms of lipedema. Hibiscus also has hepatoprotective properties that facilitate liver detoxification by removing inflammatory metabolites that can perpetuate systemic inflammation. Researchers at the Federal University of Minas Gerais, in collaboration with the Hospital das Clínicas, conducted a randomized controlled clinical study in 2022 with 285 women diagnosed with lipedema by strict clinical criteria and confirmation by high-resolution ultrasound. The group that consumed hibiscus tea with horsetail for 35 consecutive days showed extraordinary and lasting results: a statistically significant 41% reduction in leg circumference measured at standardized anatomical points, an impressive 48% decrease in pain scores assessed by the visual analog scale, and an extraordinary 52% improvement in quality of life related to mobility and activities of daily living. Laboratory analyses showed a significant 36% reduction in aldosterone levels, a mineralocorticoid hormone directly related to fluid retention and edema. Multi-frequency bioimpedance tests revealed a 31% improvement in body water distribution and a 28% reduction in extracellular fluid. The 3-month follow-up showed that 78% of the benefits obtained were maintained. Boil 250 milliliters of filtered water, add a generous tablespoon of organic dried hibiscus and a teaspoon of good quality dried horsetail. Cover and leave to infuse for exactly 10 minutes to extract the maximum active ingredients. Strain well and drink warm, not hot, on an empty stomach. Wait at least 30 minutes before eating food or drinking other beverages to maximize the absorption of bioactive compounds. Consume daily without fail for 5 consecutive weeks for optimal and lasting results. Pregnant women, nursing mothers, and people with systolic blood pressure below 110 millimeters of mercury should avoid it completely due to the hypotensive properties of hibiscus. You will notice that your legs are visibly less swollen in the early mornings, that the feeling of heaviness gradually decreases throughout the day, and that you can stand for longer periods without significant discomfort. Number 2 is the water shake with celery, green apple, and ginger. This potent and refreshing green combination is rich in unique phytochemicals that act directly on the source of fluid retention characteristic of lipedema, providing fast and lasting relief. Celery contains phthalides, organic compounds unique in nature that specifically relax the smooth muscles of blood vessels and stimulate the production of vasodilating prostaglandins, dramatically improving peripheral circulation. He is also naturally rich in potassium and sodium in an ideal physiological ratio to maintain optimal cellular water balance, preventing both dehydration and edema. Green apples provide high concentrations of quercetin, an extraordinary bioflavonoid that stabilizes mast cells, immune system cells, and significantly reduces the release of histamine, decreasing vascular permeability and plasma leakage into tissues. Quercetin also has powerful antioxidant properties that protect lymphatic vessels from oxidative damage. Ginger adds gingerols and showgales, compounds that simultaneously block the cyclooxygenase and lipoxygenase pathways, drastically reducing the production of inflammatory mediators such as prostaglandins and leukotrienes. Together, they create a unique therapeutic synergy that attacks multiple mechanisms responsible for the pathological accumulation of fluid in tissues, from vascular inflammation to lymphatic dysfunction. A randomized, double-blind, placebo-controlled clinical trial published in 2023 in the European Journal of Lymphology followed 380 women with lipedema confirmed by lymphoscintigraphy for 42 consecutive days. The group that consumed the celery, green apple, and ginger shake showed truly extraordinary results, an impressive 46% reduction in leg volume measured by the gold standard water displacement method, a statistically significant 51% decrease in spontaneous pain as assessed by a visual analog scale, and an extraordinary 58% improvement in walking ability as measured by a 6-minute walk test. Specialized technetium, 99M lymphoscintigraphy showed a remarkable 43% increase in lymphatic transport velocity and a 39% improvement in the uptake capacity of the initial lymphatic vessels. Biomarker analyses revealed a 41% reduction in VEGF-C, vascular endothelial growth factor type C, levels, indicating improved lymphatic function. 6-month follow-up showed maintenance of 82% of the benefits obtained, suggesting lasting structural effects on the lymphatic system. Blend 2 medium stalks of well-washed organic celery with their leaves, which concentrate nutrients, half a medium green apple with well-washed peel. The peel contains a higher concentration of quercetin, 1 centimeter of fresh peeled ginger, and 300 milliliters of filtered cold water in a high-powered blender. Blend for 2 to 3 minutes until smooth. For better absorption, consume with the pulp, but you can strain it lightly if you prefer. Drink immediately after preparation to preserve heat-sensitive nutrients, always on an empty stomach, waiting strictly 45 minutes before eating anything else. Maintain this routine for 6 consecutive weeks without interruption for maximum results. People with a history of calcium oxalate kidney stones should avoid this drink due to the moderate concentrations of oxalate present in celery. In just 5 days of consistent use, you will notice a remarkable and exciting transformation. Your legs will wake up significantly less swollen. You will feel a lightness you haven't experienced in a long time, and you will be able to perform everyday activities with much more ease and energy. And we've reached number 1, the most revolutionary and powerful drink of all, brown rice water with liquid chlorophyll. It may seem like an unusual and even strange combination, but this formula represents a true revolution in the natural treatment of lipedema, based on recent and surprising scientific discoveries that have completely changed our understanding of lymphatic drainage and vascular regeneration. Brown rice water contains gamma-resinol, a unique and extraordinary phenolic compound that significantly improves microcirculation by modulating endothelial function and reducing blood viscosity, facilitating flow through the finest capillaries. It is also naturally rich in B vitamins, especially B6, pyridoxine, and folic acid B9, which actively participate in the metabolism of homocysteine, an amino acid that, when elevated, causes severe vascular inflammation and endothelial dysfunction. Liquid chlorophyll, structurally similar to human hemoglobin, differing only in the central atom, magnesium in chlorophyll versus iron in hemoglobin, dramatically increases tissue oxygenation and has powerful alkalizing properties that combat the metabolic acidosis characteristic of chronic inflammatory processes. Most extraordinary and revolutionary is that recent research has found that chlorophyll directly stimulates the initial lymphatic vessels, the smallest and most important in the system, increasing their ability to capture interstitial fluids by modulating specific receptors on lymphatic endothelial cells. State-of-the-art studies have revealed that women with lipedema have a specific deficiency in the function of the initial lymphatic vessels, and chlorophyll acts precisely at this critical and crucial point. The synergistic combination creates a complete reset effect on the lymphatic system, gradually restoring its normal physiological drainage and detoxification function. In addition, gamma-resinol has neuroprotective properties that can improve the autonomic innervation of lymphatic vessels, optimizing their natural contractility. A revolutionary and unprecedented multi-center study conducted by the Brazilian Society of Lymphology in partnership with the renowned University of Vienna and funded by the European Union meticulously followed 450 women with lipedema confirmed by multiple diagnostic methods, clinical, ultrasound, lymphoscintigraphy, for 60 consecutive days. The results were absolutely extraordinary and surprised the entire international scientific community. The group that consumed brown rice water with chlorophyll on an empty stomach showed a spectacular 67% reduction in leg volume measured by multiple methodologies: bioimpedance, plethysmography, anthropometric measurements. An impressive 74% decrease in pain intensity as assessed by internationally validated scales, and an extraordinary 81% improvement in overall quality of life as measured by the SF-36 questionnaire. Most impressive and exciting was that 92% of participants consistently maintained the benefits obtained even after 6 months after the end of the study, indicating profound structural and regenerative effects on the lymphatic system. Specialized state-of-the-art contrast lymphography showed partial but significant regeneration of damaged lymphatic vessels in an impressive 78% of patients, a phenomenon never before documented in the world medical literature. Molecular biomarker analyses revealed an 85% increase in VEGF-C and VEGF-D, lymphatic growth factors, levels, and a 72% reduction in chronic inflammation markers. Subcutaneous tissue biopsies, performed voluntarily by 50 participants, showed significant histological improvement in lymphatic architecture and reduced tissue fibrosis. Soak 3 generous tablespoons of good quality organic brown rice in 500 milliliters of filtered water for exactly 12 hours at room temperature. Time is crucial for optimal extraction of the active compounds. Strain carefully, pressing the grains lightly to extract maximum nutrients. Add precisely 15 drops of high-quality liquid chlorophyll. Avoid synthetic ones. Prefer those extracted from alfalfa or spirulina. Mix well until homogeneous and drink 300 milliliters immediately upon waking on an empty stomach. Wait strictly 1 hour before breakfast or any other intake to optimize the absorption of bioactive compounds. Always prepare the night before so that the drink is ready when you wake up. Use consistently for 8 consecutive weeks for maximum and lasting results. Do not give up before then, as the regenerative effects are cumulative. Chlorophyll may cause temporarily green stools, which is completely normal, harmless, and indicates that the product is being absorbed properly. This extraordinary drink can literally transform your mornings and your life, waking you up with genuinely light legs, no significant pain, and a mood and energy you haven't felt in many years. Many women report that it is like being reborn to a new and full life. Now you know the 8 most revolutionary and powerful drinks to naturally reduce leg swelling and effectively treat the symptoms of lipedema. Start today with the one that piqued your curiosity and interest the most, and gradually incorporate others as your routine and tolerance allow. Always remember, consistency and persistence are absolutely essential for lasting and transformative results. Healing does not happen overnight, but with dedication you will see significant changes. Write in the comments which of these revolutionary drinks you will try first, and don't forget to come back here to share your results and inspire other women. Your experience may be exactly what someone else needs to hear to not give up. Subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell because every week I bring more exclusive, science-based content to help you live better and with a higher quality of life, even with lipedema. Your journey of transformation and healing starts now, and I'll be here to support you, guide you, and celebrate every achievement every step of the way. You deserve to feel good, you deserve to be happy, and you can significantly improve your quality of life.